I don't know how I even talk about this episode, guys. Oh, excuse me for my tears. Um, we're talking about Fruits Basket episode 9, titled "What's Your Name?" And the best way to explain this this episode is just my heart. Everything I felt was on a roller coaster. I don't even know where to begin with how I feel, because I've been taken all over a roller. I'm like crying. I'm so happy. And I'm crying. Oh my god, guys! I'm so sorry. If my avatar could cry, you guys would be laughing at the tears I have. Yeah, this episode, man. Wow. All I have to say is this episode was heavy. I could not breathe during this episode. The animation was fantastic. I'm watching it dubbed and I've watched it subbed, and it's the voice actors on both ends are phenomenal. I'm always impressed about the Japanese voice actors. In the dub, voice actors gave them a run for their money with this episode, especially the voice actor of Akito. Wow, bravo, man, bravo. Or her, I meant her. Bravo, you've done an amazing. Sorry, I had to take a deep breath because this episode is. I don't even want to grade it. I don't even want to touch it with a grading. It's gonna be question marks because there's no way to grade this episode. It was just fantastic. It was heartbreaking, and it was so moving, and it really did open characters up to portions of themselves that they like. The final pieces connect, you know what I'm saying? The final pieces have finally are finally fitting together. And let's just begin with the episode so we can move along to what I really want to discuss, which is the beauty of Akito and Tohru's relationship. So the episode begins fairly exactly where we left off. Not fairly where we left off. Exactly where we left off with Yuki chasing down Kyo. Kyo told Tohru he's disappointed. Akito runs into Tohru, and yeah, it is a shitstorm that we leave off on. Yuki's running down. He runs into Shigure. Shigure is like, yo, like, he's not here. I don't know who you're looking for. And he goes, dude, I'm fucking looking for Kyo. He's fucked up. Kyo's out here thinking he doesn't deserve happiness. Kyo just is putting himself through this horrible sense of self-deprecation, thinking, you know what, it's better that she doesn't want me. I have to hurt her so she goes away from me, because if I tell her like how I really feel, or let her like love me, it's gonna end horribly for her. It's just, it hurts to see these characters in pain. And what hurts the most is when Tohru sees it in Kyo's eyes. She didn't see this man saying he's disappointed. She saw this man who is in pain, just existing, just loving. The fact that he loves Tohru hurts him so much, because he loves the girl who he feels like he's hurt her the most by taking away her mom, by replacing her mom as the person that she loves and adores more than anything now. And he's already taken away he's already in a sense taken away her mom twice from her. Once in real life because he couldn't save her, and twice because he's taken her place as the primary aspect of love that Tohru has. It is heartbreaking, it is heavy, and Tohru understands this. And to Tohru, she doesn't care. Kyo is the man she loved, and when she's spinning through the stories and she's spinning through everything, she literally says, I fell in love with Kyo a long time ago. Honestly, the night I chased after him is when I first realized that I was in love with him. when I chased after him in his monster cat form, I realized I love him, and I was just weeping, man. I was just weeping like a little bitch. I love Kyo and Tohru together. It is such a beautiful relationship that they have with each other, because she knows this. She knows that Kyo has been in pain, and to her, every moment she got to share with Kyo, she treasured it. And it's one of those things where those little moments that they spent together could be seamless to others, but to her, those little increments with Kyo matter so much more than anybody else in this world, even her own mother now. And that is a heavy thing, especially since for the past seasons we've been seeing how much Tohru's mom meant to her. Tohru abandoned her own individuality to portray her own father just to keep her mother around. And this is the first that's how much she loved her mother. That's how much she didn't want to be left alone. And then on the contrary of being left alone, we get introduced to Akito, whose very fear is herself being alone, being abandoned, because she was been ostracized. She's been put on a pedestal, and because she's been put on a pedestal, the other Zodiac members never got to engage with them. She never felt bonded to them the same way they're bonded to each other. And she blames Tohru for this, and she wants to just destroy Tohru, and she even yells at her saying this is your fault. But during all that emptiness, Tohru is able to resonate because she feels the same way Akito's felt. She feels it, and as Akito's she's cutting through Tohru, I am out here just losing my goddamn mind, going, oh my god, can someone stop her, please? Please, Tohru, just knock the knife out of her hand and hug her, please. And after Akito just slaps her and runs away, because Akito doesn't understand. She doesn't understand how to combat loneliness, but Tohru does, because she's done it, and she's still fighting. And she hugs Akito. She's able to chase her down, and she tells Akito, look, I know you're afraid to be alone. Don't be, because you can start I get it, you're losing everyone in the Zodiac, but you can start new relationships, you can start new bonds, you can create new experiences, and you can start with me. And the whole point, I'm saying, please, Akito, do not push her. Don't push away your new chance of love. And the second she's able to see that it's not bullshit, that Tohru genuinely sees Akito, that feeling of being seen is so beautifully described when she says, there you are, I found you. Akito is finally seen by someone, and it's someone who isn't bonded to her by destiny or by reincarnated souls, but it's somebody who sees her. And to me, that was just heartbreaking, because the second she's seen and she's reaching out for Tohru falls through the landslide, and my heart just went, no. Oh god, no, please. Seeing her lifeless and hearing Akito scream for help, I can't explain. Like, I was crying, dude. I'm crying through the whole episode. I'm not even capping. I'm crying through this whole episode. It just, Akito is amazing at this latter half. Like, her genuine fear, her genuine concern for Tohru, running to Shigure saying, please help her, please, she's not moving. I was just like, oh, don't do this to me. Please don't do this to me. I don't want to cry anymore. And god, I was just not prepared for how emotional this entire episode was going to be. For Shigure comforting Akito, saying look, Kurono's going to be okay. Kurono's going to be hot to reason to try to come over here. Seeing Kyo just comfort Tohru and hold her and say, please don't say anything, and he kisses her, and this is the first kiss they shared together. That was just like, she's not gonna die, because she doesn't want to die, because she has somebody she's trying to be with. Oh my god, man, what kills me to the latter half of this episode, where Yuki's waiting in the hospital and her grandpa comes and is like, bro, just go home, bro, you don't have to stay here. And he's like, no. And the grandpa goes, where's Kyo, where's the orange haired kid at? And she goes, he doesn't even know how to answer it, because this is another thing that Kyo's gonna blame himself for. He's gonna blame himself for getting her in trouble. And then while that's occurring, you have Akito, who's trying to figure out, like, why, like, I should be punished, I should be put through the ringer, like, and I'm not. I hurt Kurano, I hurt Tohru Honda, like, why isn't anyone, like, putting me through the ringer? And of course, Momiji is just there letting her know, like, you don't get it, do you? Like, you're calling them idiots, you're calling them this, but their love, their genuine love and concern for you is the reason why you're not in trouble. Kurano, even after all of it, is still checking up on Akito. And after hearing a story that Momiji tells her, Akito ends the episode by seeing Tohru, and for once she smiles because she feels seen and she feels like she can finally bond with somebody in a way that isn't predestined or anything, because her whole shtick is that she's made her relationships feel like, because they're predestined, they have to matter more than anything. That if she loses them, she loses what makes her so special, she loses what she deserves, she loses everything. But this was the first time she's seen by someone who isn't forced to be with her, who isn't connected to be with her, but someone who's choosing to see her and connect and be with her out of her own personal choice. And that smile at the end just made my heart melt. I'm gonna you guys are gonna hate me for saying this, bro, but I really have a soft spot for Akito. She's amazing, she's beautiful, and I think she was very much a lost soul, and I'm just so happy that she's found. Honestly, I have a huge crush on Akito. I know you guys are probably thinking, what the fuck is wrong with me, but it's the truth. It's so wholesome. I'm happy. God, these dogs are fucking loud. They're killing my vibe. But altogether, guys, like I said, this episode cannot be graded. It is just too amazing. It's beautiful. It's all just gave me chills just watching this episode. But yeah, guys, I wanted to talk more about Akito and Toru's relationship, because it's just so beautiful that for once in her life she can be seen. They both see each other. That's what makes this relationship so beautiful. Tohru was somebody who sought to be seen by her mom no matter what, whether it be portraying her father's energy, whether it have been just doing, like, not making any fuss, just being an overall good kid, just being positive, so that way her mom could, appreciate her more and more and more. While for Akito, being put on a pedestal, being not like put in this regard where you're above these people that you're connected to, ostracized her from the people that she should be connected with, that she wants to be connected with. And the only connection she was able to forge with these people is by forcing them to do things, or by pushing them in her life, because it wasn't gonna make sense that if she's above them, they can't be on the same plateau as her, they can't be on the same platform. She has to boss them around, she has to order them to do things. And yet these two, like I said, these two are foils to each other, but they are able to find each other and able to help each other grow. And it's what makes it so fucking beautiful, and it's what makes this whole episode just feel so wholesome and so great. It's hard to explain the feeling of happy tears that you have when you see that ending scene where she still holds out her hand, because she's still trying to save Akito from loneliness, just as she tried to save herself from loneliness, just as she tried to save Kyo from loneliness. Tohru again is finally she's taking the steps for herself and deciding to go for what she wants. She's walking on her own no more. She's not holding her mom's hand, she's holding Kyo's hand. Not Kyo holding her hand, she's holding Kyo's hand, because that's her choice, because that's what she wants to do. And in her physical world, she's choosing to befriend Akito because she sees something in Akito that she's seen in herself: loneliness. God, yeah, this episode, man. This episode is. Oh, I didn't take another breath. It's too heavy, man. Wow. I love this episode, guys. Leave in the comment down below if you guys are like me and you can stop crying. If you guys really like this episode, give it a like, and if you really like what I'm providing, definitely subscribe. I really appreciate it. I appreciate every little thing you guys do for me, whether you guys are just watching the video or you just one person likes it. I like I said, I'm here for it all. You guys make my days. I enjoy giving this content. The fact that some people actually watch it and actually enjoy it, that makes my heart even feel even bigger. But I digress. Peace and love, everybody. Adios. I'll catch you guys in the next episode.